All right, let's talk about something that hits home for all of us, money. But, we're not just going to talk about earning it. We're going to dive into why understanding it is the real game changer, the real secret to getting ahead.
So let's start with a situation that's, well, it's a bit of a head scratcher. It's something you've probably seen happen with friends, family, maybe even at your own job.
Have you ever noticed this? You've got two people, right? They work together and make the exact same salary. But fast forward a few years, one of them is doing great. They're building wealth, they feel secure. The other, still just scraping by paycheck to paycheck. The income is totally identical, but their financial lives are on completely different planets. So what gives? Why does this happen? I mean, if it's not about how much money is coming in the door, then what is this invisible force that's creating such a massive difference?
Well, it turns out the answer isn't what most of us have been taught to believe. It's time to kind of pull back the curtain and see what's really going on behind this financial mystery. And bam, there it is. This idea just flips the whole script. The biggest hurdle for most of us isn't the size of our paycheck. It's a knowledge gap. It's not an income problem, it's an education problem. It's about not knowing the rules of the game you're playing.
And listen, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I don't really get all this money stuff, you're definitely not alone. There's a really good reason for this, and it points straight back to what we were and weren't taught in school.
Just think about it for a second. We all spent years learning math, right? But how many of us were actually taught about compounding? The engine of creating wealth. This amazing idea that your money can make money, and then that money can make even more money. It's probably the most powerful financial concept there is, and it's just missing from the curriculum.
And it's the exact same story with taxes. We learn all about historical dates and battles, but one of the only two certainties in life, taxes, we're just supposed to figure that out on our own. Understanding how taxes work is so fundamental, yet it's another one of those critical life skills that our education just skips right over.
Okay, so we've identified the problem, right? This big knowledge gap. But here is the good news. This is a problem that has a clear, straightforward solution. Let's talk about the way forward.
This right here, this is the chain reaction you want. It all kicks off with financial education. And that knowledge, it gives you something so incredibly valuable, clarity. Suddenly, the world of money isn't so confusing or scary. And once you have that clarity, that constant nagging anxiety that so many of us feel about our finances, it starts to just melt away. And the best part? With clarity and way less anxiety, you suddenly start seeing options you never even knew existed. Options for your life, your career, your future.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? It really comes down to shifting how you think about the whole relationship between the work you do and the money you have.
And honestly, it all boils down to this one powerful idea. See, the old way is to just work harder and harder for your money. But the real goal, the smarter way, is to get the knowledge you need to make your money work harder for you. It's the difference between running on a hamster wheel forever and building a machine that runs on its own. So I'll leave you with this thought. What's the first step you're going to take to make your money start working smarter?
记得订阅、点赞并转发给朋友。
Please subscribe, like and share Faith to Prosper channel.